Test, test, test. Test, test, test. Okay, I can hear myself. There we go. And paste the link in Patreon as well. Public and publish. There we go. Let me see if there was any requests for this week. I don't think there were. Nope. Okay, so let's get going on this then. Let's go here and start with the indices, I think. So we didn't get right into the target here. We got another pump up. There is still a chance that we have corrected something higher, but again, this is kind of large move to the upside as well. I didn't really get a good looking file webs here to the upside either, so kind of middle of nowhere. Think we might want to be just looking at these like more of the major points or pivots instead of just the structures at this point. Do Nifty Bitcoin macro wave 4 of the first big leg? I think so. I'll take a look at Nifty in, oh, actually I can just do it now. I haven't checked that in a bit. We're still in that same channel that we drew way long ago, but let's see if we can adjust this, because again the contract switches has moved things up a bit. Maybe here. I think I need to adjust it a bit. It's so annoying, the contract switches, every time it breaks the charts. And this up into these highs. So yeah, we are still on the very high side. We are getting some divergence every time we get to the top. I don't think this is fitting anymore either. We are getting closer and closer, like to these major bearish targets. If we don't pump up higher, I would be considering more of this correction. Again, this is very three-wave-ish at the moment on Nifty overall. So again, I would be definitely on the guard towards more of this downside instead of the very much more upside. Again, it could even go to 24k upside here. Less than 10%, but I don't really see too much more. Yeah, there's nothing really else. This current sideways movement can be labeled in so many ways that it doesn't really fit in with Elliott wave. So that's why I'm just using the targets here. And if the structure pivots, takes out a major low in like 5 waves, then the retracement of that could be a short opportunity. Here, however, we got up as fast as we did get this potential 5 wave, so it's not really the best time to go short. But again, if you want, you can definitely go short against the high with lower bets. And yeah, just because again, this could be the start of something. That's Nifty. Let's check out and go back to Dow Jones. We didn't get that one. We got a weird pump and dump, I guess. Yeah, that was yesterday when I was out. But yeah, we'll see. I think we have to be actually waiting for this to finish. This obviously looks at the moment like a three-way down. But I'm not quite sure what this structure here is. So again, there is no real good looking structure. I think more of a three-way as well. So that could be either a structure of this, or this is the start of something new. Not really a fan of this whole thing. I think better to wait. And all of these seem like they are very similar. Dow didn't. Did it make a new low? It did make a new low here, yeah. Or actually, ES created a proper low against here. Same as Nasdaq. These are going to be varying a bit based on, well, just different asset class, I guess. Or assets, different assets, I should say. But yeah, quite a few of them did take out this low here, which again means that this structure going up is not in 5. Or if it is 5, then it's the end of something. But I don't see it as a start of anything anyway. So so that's that. I would just wait on Dow and all the indices here. I was looking for this as a potential wave 4. It's starting to take kind of weird shape where we actually just can't go up anymore unless we break this high here or this low here. And at that point again, it invalidates the idea that this is a wave 4 because we can't cross those. How's the ES? ES still has a bit higher to go, but this is still valid here. Not the best way for, because it has retraced significant amount, like just beyond the 0.5, which is basically the max we want to see. Beyond that, it just gets less probable that it's a wave fall. But again, invalidation at 52.37. Check out some of these other major indices. Never got up all this high. That was one of the targets. Yeah, the idea seems like we had was a diagonal here. It almost hit that 1-to-1 here. But we can see that there is a chance that this whole thing is finished here. We had the divergence here. So, which is something that we are looking for sure. And if this indeed is a fire wave already complete, then the C wave is here, wave Y. And that would be the third wave already complete. Let's see, how did we come down? How did we come down? Very choppy. Super choppy. I mean, we can't really clearly say that we have a fire wave down either. So I don't think I can short it for wave 4. But I can adjust it based on this. This one here. Oh, it still looks decent. Ors 200. 3 ways up to that 1-to-1 extension here. Definitely some extension targets we have here. Not really sure how. Maybe we have some kind of ending diagonal here. Not really pretty. Not really pretty at all. Is it even valid? Yeah, it is. Just really ugly. So this would be 5 with a diagonal. Or ABC, yeah. Or this WXY. There's still a chance that we just go up. How's this structure here? Is this any better? Divergence here, but this is very large for our potential of wave 4 here. These drops here again give out the wave 3 feelings for sure, that we have potentially 5 here, like 5 here, 5 maybe here. I'm not quite sure what this is here, but it kind of looks like the price at least is contracting. Yeah, RSI is not really keeping up with this first low here, because again it records only the closes of the candles, so here, and not this low here. So that's why we are not really seeing the perfect triangle here as well. If we come up to somewhere here, I might want to be shorting against the high in case this is a triangle. I'm setting an alert there. This is still rising, still going too higher. It's just mad. Just big all-time highs. Ridiculous. Beast 100. Is that like Turkish or what? What was that? XU Beast 100. That is weird. We just go long on this, I guess. But again, based on these structures that we've had, I think we are coming to an end at some point soon. 3-wave, a triangle in here, A, B, C, D, E, move up, down, 3 waves, 1, 2, maybe 3, 4, 5. I could see like something like that still here. Tesla had a nice bounce here from the area of interest. It just went past through it a bit, but close enough still. This again, major targets was this 1.236 to 1.382. It broke the 1.382 a bit here and then just went up 43%, and then down a bit. It's creating some kind of correction at the moment. This seemed to me that we had some kind of fire wave here. Again, this is a regular time frame or regular market hours, and this one is extended. Extended already showed us a fire wave here, so there might be another fire wave here. So if we are just looking at these, we don't get to the one-to-one extension, I don't think. Yeah, it just misses a bit. But again, there is a chance that we've just had a 3-wave dead cat bounce, or what they call it. But it doesn't mean that we can't be going up still after a correction to create either WXY or wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, creates a diagonal and like correct and then go up. So there's so many moves that can happen. This is just kind of out of proportion if this is a wave 4. I'm not quite sure what degree of wave 4 this is, or it should be, because again, this is the previous wave 4 that we had, and we clearly broke through that, and we found resistance on top of it here at these lows. So again, we tested it a couple times, couldn't make it. Now we're correcting down. Maybe this is some kind of correction like this. But yeah, I definitely need to be looking at this for more trades. We had a really nice trade. Tim posted that somewhere in here on Counter Capital. See, yeah, he never got down enough here to get another trade in though. But yeah, it's still looking decent still for Tesla. Where are we at here? Meta. Really big bounce here. What's the RT looking like? Yeah, we had a massive gap here. It could be just an ABC though. I don't think this is extended too far. It's right at the 1.618. This still looks decent here. We don't really want to go too much further up. One could question whether wave 4 is already done here, because we had some kind of that could be an impulsive structure to the downside here. Get a short against the high here. And maybe the maybe the local play, right? Baba, okay, took off. Still not overly bullish on this. We'll see how this turns out. If we get beyond the 1.618 extension on this, then we can start to talk about the potential of getting some kind of run here higher. But until that happens, I'm not really interested on at least longs. I'm still thinking that, because we haven't crossed this low here on Netflix. Could we just have a truncated thirds or truncated fifths here? It's possible, but it's just unlikely. I hate to label truncated things, because those are rare. And they don't give us like the divergence either, just because again this is truncated. This could be just say ABC here for a 4 though, and then another leg down. But overall, I'm still expecting one more leg lower before we are correcting this move here to the upside. So I do think that this is the start of something to the downside overall. I do think that's. Same like Boeing. This is not really looking too hot, this drop. It could be that we have already finished here as well. But again, it's just lingering around middle of nowhere. But this, I don't know, maybe this is 5. since this low here, we've just created like a constant divergences, but also this is kind of weird, this whole structure. Coinbase. This was the idea if we had, well, this was the idea here for the first structure against these lows, and we did get a nice rally here before we got this three wave. I'm not sure how and what this is now. It kind of looks like it is not finished because we had a three wave that we have now taken at low. This can't be a wave 4 because wave 5 to the upside can't start with this kind of structure. So what I feel like is that wave 4 is still not done. We are just comparing time wise this here. Let me pull up the color here. 1-to-1 extension of that lower degree wave structure is smaller or is larger than this one, so it means that this wave 4 should still be ongoing. So what I think, instead of this being a sub-minute, I think this is a micro degree. We have a connecting structure, something like this, and then another three wave to the downside. So we have few things we can be looking at. The retracement here. Then we have this one, the extension targets. And then the structure inside here, which kind of seems like it could be done. We have divergence here. I mean, the best thing would be to take out liquidity from here. 0.5 retracement and 1.382 extension. That is still bearish to the downside, and then we could get that three wave. I'm going to be just setting an alert here. 239.39. If we break through this, then I want to be knowing that I could be shorting this last leg down potentially. Again, and that is expected, or I'm expecting it to be 3 based on the retracement of this whole thing. It should, if it was an A, B, C, then it should just get closer and closer to this high here. Apple, again, this 5 wave is still in potential. We had, oh actually, it created a new bottom here. No divergence though. I mean, there is no divergence if we go a bit higher time frame. Our alerts haven't taken off because we need to clear these highs. If we want to have some kind of retracement first, something like this, and then could go short like this idea here. If this indeed is just the wave 1 of this whole thing, we should not anyway break the high here, and this risk reward ratio is decent still, so I think that is a really nice trade to be having if that happens the way we want. 3 wave up, so I think wave 4 of summon should be here. Kind of want to go short on arc against the high here. In this scenario, what is this? What on earth is this? Should we go short against this high? What's the extended trading hours? Where's this? That is odd. Maybe against the high here. 45.2. CGC. Is that like a crypto coin or? I'll take a look at after the rest of the stocks. Shouldn't take too long. Okay, so we did have that fifth bluff top here. Right into the 1.36 at the extension here. Definitely not the best look. Can it be growth? Okay. Palantir. This looks like it is correcting to the upside, being a three-wave start. Of course, bullish could say 1 2 1 2 1 2 3 4 5 3 4 5 3 4 5, but yeah, not touching that. ABC. No. Trying to see if there is any sense in this. Microsoft, okay, what did this do? We did we get this actually, this 4 and 5, and after that we had a massive bounce to the upside that we have not taken at the low, have we? That is weird. That is so wild. I might go long against this. The only thing that I don't really like this is the potential 5-wave that we had coming down. But if I have it labeled wrong and this is not the 5th, because this is very impulsive. The only thing that could say that this is wrong is that this would be an ABC and this would be an ABC, where again this impulsive structure here is the start of something new, right? Sorry, the end of something instead of something new. So it would be an ABC like so. A, B, and C, instead of this being a something that actually starts from this low. But I might just look at this as a potential against the low, yeah. Yeah, that looks decent. Nvidia looks like it had a 3-wave up, and this no longer looks like a impulsive structure, same as like Microsoft. But again, a 3-wave up currently means that it is just correcting its previous structure. So most likely this kind of structure, or however this ends. So bullish would be saying that we have a started diagonal here. The bearish is saying that we have ABC going up, and we are going to be looking for a partner of this move here next. Let's go a bit higher time from C. What kind of structure here we have previous to it. The only issue with this is that wave 4 would be significantly larger than anything else, but again it wouldn't be too large in price terms. It would be very large in time though, in comparison to this wave 2 here. See, this is so many times larger. But again, sometimes time is playing tricks. But I wouldn't really bet on it. Bank of America. What do we have here? What do we have here? Very far wave-ish move to the upside. Then we had, this kind of looks similar to Russell 2000, right? That we haven't been creating the highs. We've been just stuck here on the lower side. Let's see, let's clear this a bit. Yeah, I see why I wanted to label a waypoint here. These are really nice areas as well. Like we had X, A, B, C. We have double divergences here. This is weird because again we have overlap. We can't really have this as a 5 wave because third is, well, I guess the terms nowadays is that if the as long as the third is not longest or is not the shortest, it still can be labeled as a diagonal, which is kind of weird. Where this would be a 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I'm still not liking that observation by some. This is very bullish looking here. But again, if it is the 5th, then it could be just done. And there's overlap here already. Huh. Yeah, not for me. This was looking decent as well for wave 4. We had a new rise to the upside, but again, it stopped here. So again, a 3 wave in effect. This looks, yeah, very much like the indices. So this pump and dump. Yeah, kind of looking like the start of something here. Maybe if we come up here, if we take out this high, we could be shorting against the high here and targeting somewhere in here. Google Alphabet. Ooh. It just keeps on going. Yeah, this is a weird count. This is super of a weird count. I don't even know. Oops. Yeah, I don't see it yet. I think we need to wait on Google. Had a massive run to the top, but or 1, 2, is this the 1, 2 here? Should it be here? 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5. A, this should be here. A, B, C, okay, I see now. But we had this, yeah, this is weird. This is weird. What do we have here? Oh man. Regular trading, it just leaves a massive gap. I don't think we should come down, fill the gap and then go up again. I don't know. And this never retraced. Oh well. CGC, let's take a look at that. I think I've analyzed that at some point. Yeah, it's on the list. Oh, the labelings are all scuffed because of something. If we do this, maybe we can move it. kind of into correct places. Not quite though. Oof. This is looking rough. Oh, and it actually took out this low, so it confirmed that this is not a start of anything. You definitely gotta be really careful on this one. Really careful. Wow, $1, $2. Yeah, had a nice run up here. I mean here, yeah, okay. I can't remember if I had a this as an option. New low here on RSI. I mean, this is just going to dead. Oh man. This is a wave 4 of lower degree. That's why I'm thinking that it might be the wave 4 of this one, because this still has the potential of creating this flat here, which would be more in sync with the size of this here. You see these comparisons and not this against this one. So that's why I'm linking these two together instead. So this could be part of something like that. I might be wrong though. But at that point again, wave 3 would be here, wave 4 would be here. This would be the 5th wave, or this would be the 5th wave, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I'm not sure if I like that as a 5-way move. It's not invalidated, there's no overlap. Of course, this could be even an expanding diagonal in that case, but I kind of want one more low overall. Let's see this last structure that we have here. Oh, what did we hit? We hit the 1-to-1 to the dots, and then got a reaction to the downside. Look at that. And if this indeed is a wave 4, we have divergence here as well. Like A, B, C. Some kind of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 divergence. Reaction at the 1-to-1. I mean, I would just short against the high with lower. Big 5. Yeah, big 5 to the downside. But this again, this could be the start of something. But again, I think this looks more like a 3 to the downside, which I feel like fits into the idea here a bit better. But yeah, I don't have the availability of shorting this. But if I did, I would short this here against the high. Where's this gone? Even targeting this low. Not really a best risk to ratio though. Because the log scale version of this is just horrible, and yeah, we're like at very lows. I guess if you believe in these, you could be just dollar cost averaging into this low, and if this pumps, well, you know at one point. But I wouldn't really be too bullish on this. I would throw money into it. That if you have trust in this industry or something, or especially in this corporation or company, then I would do it. But otherwise, I wouldn't really be bothered. Even this trade here is not really worth either, because the risk to ratios is not good. let's go check out some crypto before I fall asleep. Bitcoin first. So overall, I'm still thinking about this, something like this. The only concern that I have at the moment is the possibility that this wave 4 or wave 5 here is actually done, something like this. Why am I changing it like this? It's because this is starting to take quite a long time in comparison to this, if this was the case, or if this were the way I had it labeled before. And this wave 4 here is more proportioned towards this high, very sideways structure. This can still be this ABC zigzag, while this was a complex structure where it took out the high. This can't be a ABC zigzag, because again we took out the high here, these highs. So it has to be some kind of WXY or a flat of something. Maybe massive pump after a fifth of that. Yeah, it could be. It could be also creating those 1-2, 1-2s, like generating power before it gets going. So yeah, but yeah, just be careful on that. It could just die as well, the whole stock. I don't know anything about the companies, how it's doing revenue wise, but yeah. But based on those charts, it's not really something I like. But yeah, Bitcoin, some kind of ABC, potential diagonal here. I wanted it to be done here as well. This could still be an ABC, and similar to the other structures that we've seen, we could still have something like this to come. So it doesn't have to mean that we are already done, or if we get another move here, it doesn't need to be the end here already. Yeah, can I be say? I see. ETH. This looked like definitely a far wave to the downside. The question is, what is it part of? This is one of the scenarios. ABC, and then now we are looking for this move to the upside. The issue that I had is that we had this 3 wave going up, 3 wave down. I don't know what the rest of the structure is, but not really something I like. But yeah, same as on Bitcoin, we can have 3, and then another 3 to the downside here. And this is taking quite a long time to create. So again, gotta think what it can be part of. And on ETH, I don't even know what this was. I think originally I wanted it to be this 3 wave pullback and then another 3 wave up. So this whole WXY could be finished. But if we are now creating corrective structures to the downside, it's still possible that we are going up higher correctively. But we gotta remember that some of these previous structures again felt like 5-way moves. So if you want to be going against the long, so hedging short, you would be thinking still of the fact that you could have a 1, 2, or even an AB, another 1, 2. That should be at these highs though, and that's not as easy to label. Maybe you have a WXY here, but again then 5-way down, and you would short against this high here, and have it as a very much more of a bearish count that shouldn't take out the low, but could just crash to the downside so much, right? some of the old coins like this one here doesn't really show us that similar structure, but there is still a possibility for that, because again this could be a fourth and a fifth instead of the end of wave A here with an expanded B, right? For example, on AVAX, I think we need to break this low still to create some kind of a better look, and then maybe up. I think some other coins we're having as well. What was the interesting ones that I was looking at? Binance is very holding up very well, surprisingly well. And now that we have been just consolidating sideways more and more, it might be that we are in some kind of triangle, and that fits also the idea that we are in some kind of wave 4. Wave 4 of what? I'm not quite sure yet. US, not really that bullish either. VET was one of those that I created a very concerning structure, I guess, for. If this is done, I mean, the downside is in cents, not even in cents, 0.15 cents or something. Because again, we had a three-way structure going up. Three-way as a structure going up. But if we can end the count here, we can still have this as the start of something and not the end of something. Especially, we don't need to end this count here. We can start something here if we can end this here. These lows around, what, 1.3 cents. I just don't know how I can be labeling this. Really bearish, I mean really bullishly ending here. Because this to me is more like a 3. Yeah, I don't know. The structures are going to be really weird with it. Doja had it wasn't on this Binance charts, but I had a video on Counter and Capital where we had this as 3. Well, you know what comes after. Doge to dollar. I mean, it's still looking decent overall on higher time frame, but again, if we come back to this high here, could this turn into an ABC here on a log scale? Yikes. Already come down so much, 95% from all-time highs. This does resemble more of a phi wave here, except we have a overlap here. I don't know what that is though. Phantom as well, like having the structure coming down in this fashion, looks like it is creating a just the start of something new. 3 and then down again to create this structure here. Again, these are very bearish counts, but I just, because there's already overlap with previous tops in so many altcoins. It just makes me really think of this. ADA, if we can end it here, this could be a wave one, but there is also the fact that it could have the wave Y end here at these lows here, A, B, C. And what is the structure after that? Instead of the start, it would be the C wave, so A, B, C. And as it is a C wave, what does that mean? It corrects a previous structure, which is this structure coming down. So that is super sad. It's like we just had the bear market for so long. 2021 to, well, basically previous year here, before we started to get off. 2.5 years of bear market, had a move up and then creating yet another similar one. So like 6 years of complete bear cycle. Let's see, 2025, end of 2025, so more like a year to come, or 1.5 years completely. But again, some of the coins here, like this one, like SHIB, is showing like decent signs, but again, bearish. Or the bullish case that I had presented at some point just fell over after we had this 3, so that is gone. Of course, as we have not taken at the low, still the diagonal possibility is there, but again, that's lower probability. Yeah, Chainlink had that weird. Sol is one of the survivors still. That I don't really see, because some had this as that ABC, right? Or this as the ABC. But this has gone so far up that it doesn't really fit. It doesn't really fit too well, right? But it doesn't mean that we can't correct downwards, right? We could still correct to the end of that 2025 here. Even if this was bullish structure here, we could have that structure coming down as well. And instead of so-called bear market or bear winter or whatever you want to call it, this would be just a correcting this previous run, like it should, like we do. But yeah, these are just ridiculous numbers. But Solana is definitely one that I would be really bullish on. Like, these structures are not on every altcoin, definitely not on all altcoins. And this low here, this $8 low, although we have gone significantly higher now, it's just one to hold for sure. These are some of the main ones that I really like. SHIB, for example, was one. Solana was one. Did I have anything else? I think I had some. I can't really remember them now. Ooh, look at that ape. Again, 3-way structure, and now again took out low. Just bad. 3-way structure. You see, like, every time we have a 3-way structure, it is correcting something previously, whether it is just a direct move here or the larger one. we had another drop here that took another 84% of its value down after this three-way move. This is a bit larger in time, this one here. It's like a third longer, which generally means that it is degree higher than this one. I don't want to paint like devils on the walls, but just you can see what this happens. Like here as well, what we had. Well, at this point we had a three-way structure coming down, but these things do happen. You've got to be really careful if you're just holding in. But yeah, I think I've scared everyone off already by this time. So hopefully again you got something out of this this stream, and yeah, BNB as well. I kind of like this, but yeah, ABC still possible. But yeah, if you're interested in learning more Elliott Wave, my course is on Udemy still available. And if you're interested in more of the basics one or basics course, check out the Patreon. For Signals, I am part of Current Trend Capital, and you can join us and our Discord from here and out. And yeah, I think that is pretty much everything I wanted to cover this week. And throw me a like on this one if you enjoyed. And yeah, catch you guys on the next week's live stream again. Bye bye.